Hello and welcome again to my channel. And I've been reading a book called With the Prehistoric People, the Akikuyu of British East Africa. And this book is by Scoresby Rutledge with his wife Catherine Rutledge. Now I'm finding out little gems about my tribe, about things that I didn't even know. My God, seriously, like I read something and I'm like completely blown away. This is the thing. I found out that's completely confused me, and I've never had this before. So this is what it says, and this book is written by this husband and wife anthropologists, and this was the practice before the British completely destroyed my culture, my tribe, and I've been trying to understand more about who I am by going through all of this. And this is what it says. So this chapter is about people, their pursuits, men and their manners. Ooh, men and their manners. So this is what it says. In dealing with the Akikuyu people, it is yet impossible to speak definitely on the subject of race. On this matter is that their more recent origin and history much yet remains to be learned. But this is a thing that completely surprised me, because I've never ever come across this, and I've been researching this subject for quite a few years now, and I've never come across this. This is what it says. They speak undoubtedly a Bantu language, but Mr. McGregor informs us that they possess another language in addition to that in common use. What? What language is that? I don't know. I have no idea. Yes, of course, they were not talking about the Kiswahili because they've already dealt with the Kiswahili. So they've said the Swahili is spoken by people of the coast, people all along the East African coast and sort of the inland and stuff. So that it's not Swahili they're talking about. So they are saying that this Mr. McGregor, who wrote a dictionary of Kikuyu English words, that this McGregor informs us that they possess another language in addition to that in common use. Have you ever heard this before? I don't actually know. I know we use a lot of type things, but I don't know what that's about. And this is the thing, you read some of this stuff and you're like, wow, what the hell are they talking about? So guys, if you know anything about this other language, I don't know, I've never heard it. I've got no idea. So the other bits that they talk about is something obviously that we have lost, and admittedly we have. So they talk about height, and they say that the height of the men at this time, so they were in Kenya around 1902, that the height of the average man was 5'2", and the women were considerably less. So, of course, this could very well be the diet we lived on. Yes, yes, I know there was meat and I know it was sacrificial, but we lived mainly an almost entirely vegan diet on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, and we're gonna get to the food that we ate in pre-colonial days, but meat was purely sacrificial and ceremonial. But on a day-to-day basis, our diet was actually very simple, but almost entirely vegan, which is interesting. So that would account for our short stature. But she's also very flattering. This is what she says. The Akikuyu are exceedingly strong, muscular, healthy, and well set up. Ooh, look you. That's the man she's talking about. The courage of the women lacks the grace that is often seen in native races. The reason being that loads are carried by them on their back and not on their heads. So the Akikuyu women lack the grace. So this is what we should have been doing, carrying pots on our heads. That is what will make us graceful. Oh my God, what a diss. This woman is dissing us, man. She's dissing us. And this is the thing as well she's pointed out, and have a look at this picture here. Amongst boys and lads, when herding the flocks, the habit is not infrequent of standing on one leg. like, when did we even lose that? My God, like men used to stand on one leg, and I suppose because they were always on their feet, they're always on the lookout for danger. Because think about that time, there was a lot of danger. There was, I don't know, there would have been, I'm assuming, like just enemies, I don't know, wild animals. When she's dealt with the issue of animals, the animals at this point were prolific. They were just everywhere. And of course, the moment the Europeans came, they just killed off all the animals for their enjoyment. But so the danger was everywhere. So you couldn't take your eye off your goats or your herds. You wouldn't take your eye off them. And I guess this is why they learned how to rest. I guess it's resting. I think I used to do it when I was a child, stand on one leg and rest on the other leg. This is typical of the Gikuyu, or was typical of the Gikuyu. And the Maasai. I think I have seen the Maasai. And she talks also about how people stand up crossing their legs. But there's one thing that she says about a peculiar. So she says, a peculiar habit of children and young adults is the placing of one finger against their teeth when they're thinking. It's not apparent shyness, but it's there. There. Is that? Is it that? I don't know. But my God. See, this is the thing. Like, all these little things here and there that we lost along the way. It's just fascinating to me. So guys, if you like what I'm doing, so in the next one, I'm going to be talking about clans. Because before my mom passed away, she told me that I was Moshera, I was Ashera, and she became Moshera when she got married, but her clan was Mogoi, I think. But in the next one, I'm very curious to talk about the clans. I can't wait. Guys, why don't you subscribe? Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and follow me on YouTube, man. And also watch my comedy specials. Do watch my comedy. But join me on this journey, finding out who I am through the eyes of this white woman and her husband, Scoresby, who documented my tribe before it was destroyed. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.